Good morning from Cokieville. It's a beautiful sunny Sunday morning. Janine's having a lie-in and a long hot bath. And I thought this is a golden opportunity to sneak you into her vegetable garden. So let's take a quick look around before she gets up. And yes, we do have a door on our vegetable patch because we've got dogs and a delinquent goose, so we have to keep them out. So this is it. Started it about a year ago when Janine moved down permanently to Nelspruit, and I think we've made amazing progress in a year. A lot of pallets used everywhere. This is why Janine calls it the pallet palace. But they work out brilliantly for creating little walls and things. And you can get them really cheap at most of the tile suppliers. They'll flog them to you for 10 to 20 rand a pallet. So, I mean, we probably fenced this whole area for like 400 rand. That's our scarecrow. I don't think he's that effective in getting rid of birds, but he does look quite cool. And he's actually wearing a rugby jersey that my dad played rugby in. So that's a real old family memory. We started with the bed in the middle here, and we've got really rocky, bad quality soil here, so we dug in a lot of compost. But we decided a better way to go was actually just to create raised beds so that we can have a really good soil mixture. So we've built all our little beds raised now. These ones here are just offcuts of corrugated from a roof that I put in. This is the latest one that we've created, so Janine hasn't finished planting it up yet. That's the swimming pool and little duck house. We have a pair of Khaki Campbells that have free range through the vegetable garden. We'll meet them just now. This section is our nursery, so we've been propagating a lot of indigenous trees from seeds we've collected here. Broadleaf teaks, low-felt chestnuts, some coral trees, little yellowwoods. Very rewarding. And the repurposing goes on. The old bath, it's got Janine's onions in it. To create a better screen around here, we've used reeds that we've harvested from the plot. And some more raised beds with lots of lettuce. And you see through there, that's my pride and joy. That's our solar panels. We're completely off the grid, so we've got our own power station. So take that, Eskom. No load shedding here. And that clever barrel, that's called a grow barrel. And we actually got it from a company in Johannesburg called Home Growers. Langeman Drive, Kensington. Thank you, Kaz. It's working brilliantly. It's now all planted up with lettuce, but we did have a great harvest of mixed vegetables and herbs from it. And it is so brilliant, this thing. That pipe sticking out is actually a worm farm. So you open it up, toss in all your greens and cuttings. It's got little red wigglers in it, and they turn it into fantastic compost, and then they work their way through this barrel. And then the water runoff and the worm pea comes out the bottom, and we harvest it in this bucket, and we use that for fertilizing. And it's also great for getting rid of all sorts of bugs on your veggies. Those are potatoes growing in these little potato grow bags. Again, thank you, Kaz. Lots of herbs and things. Janine will give you more details about what is what around here. This here is a water tank. Now, the whole vegetable garden has an irrigation system, so we can water it efficiently. But we harvest rainwater off the roofs of the buildings here, and wherever possible try to water the veggie patch with rainwater, so we don't have to use borehole water all the time. Our granadellas, wow, this thing has been so productive. It just never stops producing. I've had so many granadella cakes. Our little water feature from old copper geysers and whatever else we found around the plot. Water chestnuts were growing in there. The burglar bars, great for growing tomatoes up. And look, there are our little Khaki Campbells. They seem to love it in here. Take care of all the snails and other bugs around here. And they're not too destructive, whereas the goose just rips everything out. That's why we had to lock her out. So there we go. That was a quick run through the vegetable patch. You're looking good. So I'll leave a more detailed tour up to Janine, because she actually knows exactly what's going on in here. So thank you for joining me. Let's go see how the lady of the land is doing. I'll go take her some coffee in bed. Bye everyone.